Okay, we're back for another episode of Simply Terrifying. This is episode 15. 1-5. This is the end of 3 straight weeks, Monday through Friday. 15 episodes. Like I said, Monday through Friday, every single day delivered. On YouTube, on podcasts. It's just not something that when I said it from the get-go, I couldn't honestly tell you that it would go this long. So it's a big deal. It's a very big deal. It started 3 weeks ago. We were all pumped up and everything else, and that's still going. It's still a thing. So I'm excited. Okay, I'm very excited. Today's episode is So the Weather. Very fitting considering we have this huge storm, winter storm, coming our way in Georgia. So let's get down to it. If you haven't ran to the store, okay, to get all of your, let's see, what are the staples when it's a storm? Milk, bread, and bottled water. Those are the first 3 things to fucking leave. Then comes like toilet paper and some of the meat and stuff like that. But like those first 3 things are like the things to go. Why? So I spent my first 18 years of life living in Michigan, up north, okay? So snow is not a foreign concept. Ice on the road, we learned to drive in that shit. It's not ungodly. It's not like out of the norm at all. Michigan has a good solid 3 months of winter at least, okay? So when you grow up there and you learn this shit and you're just like there, it's not oh my God, it's gonna snow again. We need 3 loaves of bread, 4 gallons of milk, and all the bottled water you can carry. That's not how it was. Anyway, I don't know. So I have been getting for these past couple days, because this is like a significant thing that's coming. It shows like on one side of Atlanta getting 1 to 3 inches of snow, while the other side, more to the north, could be getting anywhere from 8 to 14 inches, which is crazy. They close shit down here when it dusts, okay? Last year, which was the first time in quite a bit of time, we had significant snow here. I mean, for 2 days. It stuck around for 2 days because it's Georgia. But hey, it was enough to where there was nobody out. And stores, forget about it. Some stores just straight closed because why stay open? Nobody's coming out to get this shit anyway. So it's like, even though it's that time of year where snow and ice is a possibility, everyone always acts like it's this like famine thing we have to prep for. It's just crazy. And maybe that's because, maybe it's just crazy to me because I grew up in the north and everything's like this is not winter, right? This is not a normal thing. Like the week before Christmas, it was 75 degrees here. And then the week of Christmas, it's like 40. And then it was like 60. And so like Georgia weather is like this hormonal bipolar teenage girl or something who doesn't know whether she wants to date the jock or the nerd or herself, or like it's all over the place. Like it is all over the place. I don't even know. Like you keep a coat by the door, but when you use it, like you'll come back from that same trip and be sweating your ass off. Like it's just there's no consistency here whatsoever. And I thought that was bad in Michigan, honestly. But so we're supposed to be getting this huge storm. And for the last few days, I've been getting like alerts like, hey, bring pets inside. Hey, make sure that you drip your taps and cover your outdoor taps and cut any limbs, because significant ice damage and all this stuff. And it's just like, it's ice and snow, like if you lose power, yeah, that's going to suck. But like, it's that time of year. So you should already kind of expect some of it. I mean, not as much as like Ohio and Michigan, obviously, but like it's that time. Like it's totally possible. If we can get the tail end of hurricane shit here, then why can we not get, it's just, yeah, just the way people freak out. It's like, I don't know, if you were to watch an animal or something before like an earthquake was coming, it might start to act a little weird or whatever. That's how people are around here. But always those three things. I never understood the milk, bread, and the bottled water. So when I look it up, it's like this phenomenon. And not just here, but like everywhere. Those are like the first three things. It's like a psychological need or tradition or just practicality grab, because they're like the base of these meals. They're just like the base ingredients for all kinds of things. But it's like, if you lose power, what do you do with the milk? Bread. I mean, okay, yeah. I mean, you eat it as is. You could smear shit on it if you have it. Like, okay, but yeah. I don't know. It's just a weird. I moved from Michigan to North Carolina to South Carolina to Georgia. So I've kind of been in the South almost a little bit longer. I've been in the South a little bit longer than I've been in the North. Okay. And it doesn't change the fact how people act this time of year down here. It's just a weird thing to see. I don't know. It's just a weird thing to see. So let's look it up though. How bad, oh my God, let me see. How bad will the storm be this weekend in Atlanta, Georgia? I'll see what it pulls up. Because, let's see. Atlanta is bracing for Winter Storm Fern. I didn't even know it had a name, but it does. A significant weather event expected to bring heavy ice and wintry precipitation this weekend. So let's see. Our kickoff will be Saturday when we get rain, and that'll change from freezing rain to a wintry mix and then sleet. And then an Arctic blast moves into the region, making our Sunday significant ice accumulation between 0.5 and 0.9 inches just of ice. And then snow showers are possible later in, Sunday. And then next week it says a deep freeze follows the storm, with lows Monday night in Atlanta dropping to as low as 8 degrees. Okay. Well, that's fair. That's fair. I mean, again, when you're up there, it is no big thing to check the temperature and see that 1, school is canceled, 2, you're getting like 2 feet of snow that day, and 3, that it doesn't reach double digits in the temperature. That is completely normal. Not so normal here. I get that. Let's see. Potential impacts. The part I don't like. Power outages. Let's see. Forecasters have warned of crippling or destructive ice totals. Even a 1/4 inch of ice can snap tree limbs and power lines. Dangerous travel, roads and bridges and overpasses. And infrastructure stress. I didn't even think of that. Prolonged sub-freezing temperatures into Tuesday pose a risk of burst pipes and sustained utility issues. Okay, so yeah. Basic things. Okay, basic things. Yeah. Brr, man, I don't even know. Okay, so this is going to be an interesting weekend. So we're down here now. So this is Friday time. We're getting ready for it. So, okay. Wednesday, my friend calls me and tells me that, if there's anything that I need from the store, I should probably go that night or the next morning because it's going to be gone, right? It's going to be gone. I got up Thursday morning and there were a couple of things that I was needing just for like dinner ideas and things. So I went totally expecting this place to be completely wiped. Okay. Like totally expecting COVID type shelving and shit like that. That wasn't the case. Like there was still milk. There was a dude there stocking bread as I was there. Like plenty of bottled water pallets out in the middle. So like, okay, yeah, that's cool. The longer I was there, it started off not so many people there, but as I was getting ready to leave, you could see more and more in people's zone. So I imagine that by this evening, things might look a little bit emptier and stuff like that. And yeah, I went ahead and grabbed an extra thing of toilet paper just because. Can you believe? Oh, yeah. So this is going to be a fun and chilly weekend. And hopefully wherever you are, you are somewhere that has all the essentials, you stay warm, you've got everyone inside and, you know, ready to just like hunker down and everything. Do we think that school is going to be canceled on Monday? I don't know. I don't know. Here, I don't know. Let's see. We're going to see the biggest snowstorm in Georgia history, because I'm actually curious. The biggest snowstorm in Georgia's history varies depending on whether you measure by total statewide accumulation, specific city records, or historical impact. So, 1993, they deemed storm of the century with highest overall accumulation. Let's see. Parts of North Georgia, particularly Union County, reportedly received nearly 3 feet, 35 inches of snow. See, now in Michigan, that's not a big deal. My dad has that shit right now, like probably half that on his roof. So that's a little crazy. That was 1993 though. That's been some time ago. Before that, the Great Southeastern Snowstorm of 1973 with a Middle Georgia record. Let's see. This reached 19.3. So, okay. Before that, there was the 1940 snowstorm. Okay, let me tell you this. So, there's always somebody who knows who was here for like the last big storm. Okay, so whenever they predict a new storm, it's immediate. Like you get these people who are like, oh, well, it hasn't been this bad since. And then they list off like the Great Snowstorm of 1973. I didn't know that was a thing. Or Storm of the Century? Here? Really? 1993? Okay. All right. So my daughter works at night. So she gets some characters sometimes, okay? And she told me that a couple days ago she comes home from work and she's like, so I was in there last night and we had this older gentleman come in and he starts telling us to get, we should get ready for this storm, that it's going to be bigger than, naming a storm before, haven't had this much ice and snow since, names another storm. And then he's like, it's a collusion. It's, like a Russian collusion. And, oh man, and it's all Trump's fault because, he's got a weather machine and the white lesbians are really mad about it. So my daughter is hearing this guy who is not like cracking up at all. Like this is being delivered seriously. Like this is like, understand the severity of this, what he's saying. And so she's telling me, she's like, it was hard not to laugh, but like my coworker told me to, he's got it, whatever. So I went and like couldn't help but bust up a little bit because it was just so all over the place and yet so direct. And then she's like, and then he left. He didn't even buy anything. And I'm like, well, you know what happened? He went there because he needed something, right? And then he saw you guys and just had to tell you what was coming. And then had to tell you why. And then was so worked up that he just forgot why he was there in the first place. And felt like he did his mission by going in to tell you all about the storm. And yeah. We talk about our retirement spot. And I was always asked, where a good place to settle down would be. I'm not one that wants to go to fucking Florida. I don't want to go to the mountains. I damn sure don't want to live by any part of the ocean. I don't even want to go back home and live in Michigan. Like, I just don't. I damn sure don't want to fucking stay in Georgia because Georgia can fucking eat it. I hate the weather here. It is so... This is not bad. Gearing up for this storm we're about to have, this is not horrible to me, okay? This is like expected of the time and everything else. It's the summer here. I might as well be in fucking Louisiana, and I can say that because I've never actually been in Louisiana in the summer, nor am I going to be. But where's a good place where you want to settle down and you just get to enjoy things? I'm like, look, I'm not a central person. I'm damn sure not like a West Coast person. So ideally in my mind, I'm East Coast-ish, right? And I'm thinking I want somewhere where I don't have to worry about floods and fires, hurricanes, tornadoes, insane snowstorms, and yet I can be close to the oceans, the lakes, the mountains, the this, the that, whatever. So, like, I think that somewhere Tennessee, Kentucky, like, that's where I'm kind of landing. And I had a friend of mine say, well, you know, Kentucky gets snow. Okay. But they don't get Michigan snow. And they damn sure don't have Georgia summer. So, like, I just want to be here-ish, you know? I just want to be somewhere where I can enjoy the seasons as they come without the severity of one or the other. That's all. So, it's out yesterday. Let's see. Yesterday morning, it's like cars frosted. Maybe 2 days ago. I don't know. It's been a weird week weather-wise, okay? I don't even know if what they're saying is going to actually come about because everything fucking changes day by day. It's insane. So 2 days ago, I go out to start my car before I take my daughter to school, and my entire car is frosted. The entire thing. Windows, frame, all of it. Grass is crunchier than it's ever been, and it's like 19 degrees outside. Okay? All right. By the afternoon, I think we hit 39. Okay. Yesterday going out, start my car, there is no frost whatsoever. Grass is grass, and I want to say I started the car same time as the day before, and we're sitting at 42 degrees. And yet, I think the highest was like 50 something yesterday. It's fucking weird. There's just no consistency. I can't. It's just, I get that we've been talking about weather for this whole episode. Yeah. There are some things that I don't know. Seeing people and hearing people talk about this weekend and how they're bearing down and buying generators and all the bottled water and everything else, I always wonder how it's actually going to play out. Like, do people take this shit back when it's done? Or when they realize it's not so bad? Like, is school going to be canceled on Monday? Are there going to be a ton of wrecks or just cars left on the side of the road? This was something. When we lived in South Carolina and it like snowed for the first time in X amount of years, right? We went out. We drove around because we know how to drive in it. I don't know. It's not like this detrimental thing if you know what to expect. So we're driving and this town is completely dead. The whole city, like there is maybe 2 other cars. And there are a couple stores open, but the parking lot's dead. Like ghost town. This place is just whatever. There was a point where we found a parking lot just to do like donuts in. Just like coast spin thing, which you can do on ice, if you're good. And as we're going on our little drive, just kind of checking out different things and taking pictures, because it doesn't snow that often, so to see frozen stuff, you get good pictures and whatever. But I remember seeing like this apartment complex, this community, where it was a steep incline of a driveway to even get into this neighborhood. And there were 30 fucking cars parked at the bottom of this hill, where all these motherfuckers parked and walked home because they didn't want to drive up this thing. And then the more places we saw like that, like downtown, you had like older homes that have the steeper driveways, same thing. Car. And then throughout the city, you see cars that were just left. Just like, it was pretty weird. I don't know. So we'll see. Maybe we go out Monday or something if everything's canceled and we just kind of check things out here and see if it's the same kind of thing. But Yeah, I don't know. If you haven't been to the store to get out your essentials and all that crap, today's a good day to go because this weekend's only going to get crazier. And for the people who have to work this weekend, please drive carefully and, just stay warm, stay safe, do all that you can do. So we're going to wrap this up because you can only talk about the weather so fucking much. But hey, we're going to move on to the next one. And we will see you next week for episode 16. Thank you for tuning in and watching, listening, all that good stuff. And next time we will not, we never have to talk about the weather again. Like, never again. It's totally fine. So, wish us luck this weekend, and I hope you have a good one.